All right, folks, we are getting started. Holy cow, what a packed house for this evening. It is going to be an incredible event today. Hello, world. If we haven't met before, I am Jason Golis. I'm the co-founder of TechTO, and I am so excited to welcome you to a very special event, the Pitch Karaoke Finals. Our friends at Entrepreneur First have spent weeks scouring nationwide to find 8 of the most talented, the most impressive, and strangely, the most open to competing in this. All here tonight in the hope of winning the grand prize of 2 around the world flights, graciously brought to you by our friends at Entrepreneur First. All right, let's see. We've got tons of fans already filling into the stadium. We've got Devin who says, Steve. All right, Devin. That's one way of showing. I like the Danielle fan club here. Uni with 3 exclamation marks getting some love. This is Jessica David saying Peter. All right, folks. That is certainly not how your votes will get tallied. Their fate does lie in your hands. And at the end of the show tonight, you will be voting on who should win the grand prize. So be sure to stick around to the end of the show to have your say in who wins the chance to escape Canadian lockdown. Now, you may be wondering, Jason, what the heck is this pitch karaoke that my friends told me to come to? Well, I'm going to show you. Are you ready? Let's welcome Alex Norman to the stage, and together we're going to show you exactly how pitch karaoke works. All right, let's get this going. Come on up, Alex. We've got people already saying Danielle's pitch perfect. Come on. We haven't even seen it yet. All right. We got some support for Carly. That looks great. It is going to be a fun evening for sure. I see a lot of you've already found the emojis. That's fantastic. So as long as you keep blasting those, we'll know who you support, what emojis you love. We will get it all happening tonight. All right, bros checking in for Rayhan. Oh, yeah. Riley piling on there, too. It looks like it is happening. It is going to be fun. You know what? We're just going to get going here. Let's move forward. I'm going to show you how the pitch karaoke works. All right.
Hey, Jason.
You with me?
Yeah, perfect. Let's go.
Okay, so this is going to be cool, guys. Alex and I have never seen this presentation before, okay? We don't know what we're pitching. We don't know what the product is, and we don't know what's even on the next slide. All we know is that we've got 3 minutes. Let's put that 3-minute counter up to convince you to invest. And once the 3 minutes is up, our panel of judges is going to ask us some hard-hitting questions that we'll need to answer on our toes. You ready, Alex?
Sure, let's go.
All right, kick off the first page.
Hey, happy to have Jason and me here. We're the founders of Octangu. You don't know what it is? It might be a martial arts thing or some of the latest technology.
Alex, but you know what it is. Tell us what it is.
It is whatever you want us to invest in.
All right, that's one way of doing it. So here's the problem that we're solving with Octangu. All right. Have you ever had tangles that you needed to ungoo?
Yes, it's a huge problem. It's like my hair. My hair keeps on going back. But on Togo, 1957, the Earth was big. No one had hair problems. In 92, we had more hair problems in 2015. The Earth is overtaken by hair.
Yeah, actually, in 1957, the reason that Alex and I are the perfect people to tackle this is that in 1957, Alex was 18 years old, and that's when he first started hair issues, right? And then you can see here the progression of Alex's dandruff through 1992 to 2015.
Actually, I think that's a progression of my vision. My glasses get thicker and thicker.
What's the solution here, Alex?
The solution is just don't look at it. We just buy you a blinder, you walk around the world, you bump into stuff, but you don't have to deal with the tangled hair anymore.
I've been saying this since 1957 on the previous slide that really Octangu is only possible today because of new technologies that have been released in the last years that decrease costs and, of course, increase the capability to untangle your octangles.
But you know what's good? Usually costs increase and capabilities decrease. So this is a perfect time because every other day you're looking at it goes the opposite direction.
We hope you invest in Octango.
Last slide? Oh, it's 5 slides. Okay.
All right. Okay, we even left a minute on the
minute to spare.
Okay, so you can tell that was fun, but you can see our judges are not pleased with our performance. So we've got Rachel here to now ask us the hard-hitting questions about our pitch.
So thank you, gentlemen, for the pitch. I found this space analogy particularly helpful. My first question is this. Is this a winner-takes-all market, or is this a fragmented market?
It's highly fragmented because you need a special octango approach for each type of hair. You think one type of tangled hair is the same, different ethnic groups, different hair coloring, different lengths, all the possible different entrants. We plan to buy them all up and, consolidate the industry.
Got it. And your go-to-market strategy then?
Yeah, we're going to start from the top down. So we think there's an opportunity to start right here, but there's hair all over, really all the way down. And we think if we can conquer the top of the market, there's a whole opportunity for us to get to the bottom of the market.
I follow you. I guess my last question is, what is your exit strategy?
Definitely. Is it L'Oreal or P&G are going to buy us? I'm not sure. One of the two.
Like that's right. A strategic acquisition, I think, is in play here.
Yeah.
Amazing. And folks, okay, that's how it was done. All right. So first of all, we've now switched the emojis. So you can give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a round of applause. You can let us know if you want to invest by throwing bags of money at us. And I'll tell you something. Me and Alex are not part of today's finalists. Our finalists are going to do a much better job than us. We know that the TechTO audience are some of this country's most active investors. And I know a lot of you have maybe blown it all on Dogecoin over the last couple of weeks, and you're looking to make it all back on the next Canadian unicorn coming out of tonight's show. Maybe it's Octango. Hopefully it's something else. So you are going to be participating tonight. You're going to be dropping your questions over in the chat or in the Q&A tab on your right-hand side menu. And we're going to be asking the founders of these amazing companies your questions as well. We have 8 finalists to pitch tonight. So let's dive in. First up, the hardest spot. We've got Jennifer. Welcome, Jennifer, to the stage with a whole bunch of emojis. Give her a round of applause as she comes up. And as she makes her way up, I'm going to let you know those emojis are open all night and they are unlimited. So feel free to partake in as many as you like. Looks like Jen's go-to karaoke song is For Good. I love it. Jen, I heard you have a special talent related to the alphabet.
That's right.
Can you tell us more about it?
Oh, sure. Well, here, how about I show it to you? ZYX, WV, UTS, RQP, ONM, LKJ, ISHE, FED, CBA.
Wow, that was record time. And speaking of time, let's put 3 minutes up on the timer for your pitch tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck, Jennifer.
Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer Trillick, and I am the CEO of Boom Shaka. If you ever heard the song Boom Shakalaka, well, that was named after us, even though we started after that song, because we're so famous that people make songs about us, and that's why you should invest in our startup. I'm excited to tell you more about it today. So the problem that we're facing is people want to get famous on Instagram, but they don't know how, and they have a hard time doing so. So what we've created is a way for them to sing songs on Instagram, and the more terrible the song, the more likes that they will get. It's actually like a reverse sort of Instagram, where the more terrible your post is, the more likes you will get. It's for people who really struggle to get followers on Instagram, So if they don't manage to do that, they can just join Boom Shakalaka, make the most terrible post they can possibly think of, and then they will instantly skyrocket to virality and be able to become influencers. And we're called Boom Shakalaka with a $sign because they're able to make lots of cryptocurrency from their terrible posts. So basically, if you join it and you sing badly, like this person, even if no one wants to hear you sing, you can succeed and become a hit viral internet sensation on Boom Shakalaka. You can grow your followers, you can become an influencer and make lots of Dogecoin, and you know, you can even get to the point where you have cords, like microphone cords embedded inside your body if you want to. That's one of our feature upgrades, and many people have decided to do that. That's the way we monetize our platform. People pay $10,000 per microphone implant. You know, they're just really wanting to get on the platform as much as possible. So they spend a lot of their time, you know, not even needing to pick up their phone, but being able to just use that embedded mic to sing terribly and grow their followers. So the solution that we have created is this multiple patented product that for the low price of $99 per month, you can literally chain your fingers to your phone and your Boom Shakalaka implant, because you will not want to get off of it. You will want to be on it all the time. So you will chain your fingers to it. You won't be able to get off. We're using the latest Silicon Valley engineer techniques to keep people addicted to social media, and you can join and succeed through these finger chaining technologies. You know, the startup world is a maze. What should you invest in? Well, you should absolutely invest in Boom Shakalaka. Why is that? We're going to make $1 billion in IPO tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Hey, while we wait
hey,
for everyone
Jen.
else to come up, I have. Maybe that question's too tough. Jen? Hello.
Everyone's stunned into silence by my pit.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, I think you cut out while the question was being asked, and then I think we lost Jen as you asked the question. So when we get Jen back, we should throw it back at her.
Okay. You know, we're using new technology. Sometimes you have hiccups.
For sure. I'm ready to invest. Yeah. No, I actually was just trying to decide how much. How about you?
Well, only if it works on TikTok. If you can't Instagram's old. TikTok's where it's at.
Fair enough. I do think, though, she's onto something with Instagram. We've got her back. All right, Alex, what was your question?
So does this work with TikTok?
Oh, yeah. So sorry about that. Our server just crashed, so that's why I got kicked off. There's so many downloads, obviously, from this event tonight. So does it work with TikTok? Yes. We have a special partnership with TikTok where basically the inverse works. So the less followers you have on TikTok, the more you have on Boom Shakalaka. We've arranged a directly inverse relationship where for every follower you lose on TikTok, you gain like 500,000 followers on Boom Shakalaka. So yeah, we have an exclusive partnership with them.
Second question I have is, will you go public via SPAC tomorrow? I have a SPAC that wants to basically take you public on the TSX.
Absolutely. We're going to be going public on every major exchange that there is, including some that people have never heard of before. In fact, those will be our most major areas of focus, and we'd be happy to participate in this. Yeah, absolutely. Now, we'll need to sign an exclusive deal. We're only doing deals that have a blood signing involved, so if you're open to that, we'd be happy to. But otherwise, sorry, we won't be able to consider it.
Okay, I'll have to see if I can ship some blood to you tonight. Rachel?
So I'm ready to invest. I'm bought in. I get the problem. I get the solution. So I guess I've got a two-part question. One is, how much are you raising, and how are you going to spend that money?
Okay, great. So we're going to be raising $1 billion, and I'm really excited that you're going to be investing. Our money is going to be put to great use. We are going to be throwing a massive party in Las Vegas, and we are going to be spending most of the money through that. It's going to be one of the best parties that you ever attend. There is going to be a swimming pool with a glass top on it with goldfish swimming underneath inside the pool. There are going to be massive fireworks that spell out Boom Shakalaka on the stage. Kim Kardashian will be making an appearance, scuba diving in the pool. And with the rest of the money, we will be doing some hiring as well as some gambling while we're in Las Vegas. So it should be a really good use of funds.
I'm in.
That we have grilled Jennifer enough. Can we get a huge virtual round of applause for Jen? Did an amazing job on Boom Shakalaka. Very impressive. Ready to go. Very cool. Next up, we have Peter. Peter is coming up, which is fantastic. I'm excited to bring him on to the stage. Oh my goodness, this is going to be fantastic. So let's see, we've got this going. We are going to on. All right, let's go. It's going to be great. We've got a great deck coming up. I'm very excited for it. Peter is taking deep breaths backstage. He's excited. Peter, you ready to go?
Hey, absolutely. Let's rock and roll.
I heard that sales and marketing was not your first choice. Can you tell me a little about your mystical first career before we begin here?
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in Hollywood, California, and was actually a professional magician. So, I'm really excited to be here tonight. Plan to pitch my heart out, and that's no illusion.
I love it. Well, let's see if you can make the investors' money disappear. We'll be loading your deck right now.
Sounds good. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this momentous occasion. My name is Peter Morse, and I am the CEO of NugsXO. So, as we all know, COVID-19 has caused a lot of problems in our personal and professional lives. COVID cases here in Ontario are going rampant. Deaths are plentiful. And as we know, this has really had a horrible impact on engagement. Pollution is another big problem. And we see this being not only a problem with our lungs and our health, but also our form of engagement. So we think here at NugsXO, the best way to improve engagement worldwide across the workforce is quite simple. It's to give your local chicken nugget a hug. We all know that we should love our animals when we're alive, but what about when they pass on? We need to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to be happy now, and that includes not only eating our food, but really embracing it through love and affection. By now, the solution should probably be quite simple. Step 1, hug your chicken nuggets. Step 2, Step 3, profit. And we believe with this well thought out business plan, we are ready to take over the market. Quite frankly, this concept is too good to fail. If you invest in this company, it's like pulling money out of thin air. Every time you hug a chicken nugget, someone across the world will not only smile, but a piece of Dogecoin will be gone and directly embedded, not only in your wallet, but in the future, directly into your brain. By partnering with Neuralink and cryptocurrency and chicken nuggets through McDonald's everywhere, we believe that when you go to a McDonald's, you shouldn't only eat your food, you should be able to hug it too. If you don't believe me by now, you can see on this page, look at how sad those chicken nuggets look. And they're hugless little containers. They don't need plastic. We have enough plastic in this world, guys. We need more love. Every time you hug a chicken nugget, you're making the world a better place. And the fact that no one has thought of this before is simply staggering. So I think every time you invest, you need to make sure that you're doing it the right way by revolutionizing the future one unit at a time. The total addressable market here is huge. Fun-filled fact, the reason that McDonald's doesn't sell onion rings is because there are not enough onions in the world to support them. They've actually released a statement saying that if we don't hug chicken nuggets soon, chicken nuggets could be off the market as well. So we need to make sure that every single time you take out credit card debt, you need to put $1 trillion to hugging your chicken nuggets. It's the only way that we can really address the serviceable market and really obtain a market share in this much needed space in the industry. Thank you for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I have. I'll now open up the floor to some questions.
Hey.
So thank you for that presentation. And what is your pricing strategy?
Sorry, guys, I'm not sure if it's me, but I'm not able to hear your question.
All right, so we're just going to bring Peter down.
Can you hear me now?
We're going to give him a refresh as he decompress, grab a nugget snack just to really feel good about that. But look, what did you guys think? You debrief that?
I'm worried it's not legal in a few states. Regulations, risks, it reminds you of early day of Uber. It could go wrong.
Well, here to answer all your regulatory questions is Peter.
So Peter, is this legal in all 52 states?
That's a good question. We're fighting through a few legal battles, but I'm confident with the proper legal strategy and a decent amount of intimidation, we should be able to push this through the courts quite quickly and quite violently in the next few months here.
And can you apply this to KFC and Burger King as well, or is this an exclusively McDonald's thing?
Great question. I actually went and spoke to Colonel Sanders myself as he was cleaning out some mustard stains in his mustache. He really just didn't share the same vision. When I told him about hugging chicken nuggets, he kept getting fixated on just hugging the sauce. And as we all know, hugging sauce just seems so silly. So we're looking for serious investors to focus on hugging chicken nuggets and chicken nuggets exclusively. So that's why we're happy to really endorse Ronald McDonald as our spokesperson for this new model. Good question.
And what is your pricing strategy, Peter?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, as we know, you can get 5 chicken nuggets for about $3.99, but that really doesn't take in the amount of value that you can receive when you hug it. So we believe that in the future, the pricing model should be a little more aggressively. So we're going to come up and just say that chicken nuggets should be still affordable, but we're thinking 5 chicken nuggets for $3,000 is a more appropriate response for this market. Now, I know that might seem a little expensive, but good products aren't cheap and cheap products aren't good. You kind of get what you pay for in this world. You know what I mean?
And how are you thinking about valuing your company?
Yeah, great question. So far, my mom and dad have bought it. We currently have, aside from them as an angel investors, besides that, we're currently sitting at $0 in revenue. However, if every Canadian citizen buys 4 of these products, we'll be at 120 million units by the end of the year. So even though we're pre-seed and $0 now, based on our projections, this is going to be a rocket ship.
And so why you?
Thank you, Peter. We have the prediction that every Canadian will be buying 4 by the end of the year. Absolutely fantastic. Hit those emojis. Let us know what you think of Peter's presentation. All right. Now let's welcome Danielle. This is what's amazing about Danielle's story. Danielle was spelling her own name wrong for 15 years. I don't understand how that happens. Danielle, how does that happen?
Jason, I don't know how that happens either, but I believe both my parents are here tonight, so maybe you can ask them in the networking section.
All right. Well, I hope you don't have any typos in this presentation, all right? We're going to be loading your deck shortly. Good luck, Danielle.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle. I am the CEO of Hard Hatter, and I'm so excited to present to you a huge opportunity. I'm excited to bring you along to this very important problem. I'd like you to picture this. You're a construction worker. You day in, day out are performing hard labor on the construction site. No way in any way does the site give adequate appreciation to health, safety. It's just becomes a budget problem. You never feel like you're being truly taken care of, and you are the one who's building the future of tomorrow. Well, I'm excited to talk to you today about an exciting solution to this problem. And we have some great reviews to back us up. The hard hat is just not hard enough. We at Hard Hatter are making the hats out of 100% bulletproof titanium steel to give construction workers all over the world the safety that they need. We have a 5-star review here, and the customer reviews are just coming in. I purchased this product as soon as I was tired of people sitting too close to me on the public transport. Absolutely life-changing. As you can see, we started with one market and quickly is getting picked up by early adopters, not just for the construction application, but for people who just want that extra space and extra protection. In a COVID world, nothing could be more valuable. So we talked a little bit about the solution, making hats harder. Right now, we're distributing this all over North America, and the buck doesn't stop there. We need your investment so that we can invest in research and development into implementing even more hard solutions for the whole body. We have folks, again, coming to us from the construction industry, our early adopters, who are sick of this steel toe. They want something better. We want to deliver that to them, and we need your help to get there. So as the next steps in our business, we are looking for an investment of $10 million, which puts us at a valuation of $4.5 billion. There's tons of press about us, BetaKit, TechCrunch. You know the opportunity for yourself. Ignore the folks who say that we're overvaluated. What startup isn't really? So we hope you'll come with us on this huge opportunity and take a look at this graph, if you will. A little bit grainy, but it shows just how many injuries we are decreasing using our product and distributing our product all over various different industries. Why us? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself as a founder. I've experienced many head injuries. Once I was sitting in my office, was in a phone booth, and a piece of wood just fell on my head. Had to fill out an incident report. This is a true story, folks. If I had had the hard hitter then, I'd probably be at a $6 billion valuation at this point. So really excited to hear questions from the investors at this point.
Unbelievable. All right, go get your hard hat on as we bring up our judges for tonight. Oh my goodness. What an interesting direction of Hard Hatter. Personal source, personal troubles, but she's really persevering. So let's bring her back and have our judges ask some questions.
So what if Google decides to do this?
What has Google hasn't decided to do? We've seen so many hardware failures from Google, from the Google Glass, that we are not concerned about them breaking into this area. However, if they are open to a partnership, we'd be happy to talk.
And why now? What happens? It sounds like there's COVID tailwinds, and now it's going to be COVID. No, we're vaxxed, we're waxed. There's, it's time to be out there, and no one's going to want a hard hat. There's now got headwinds. How do you deal with that?
You know what, Alex, it's a great question, and we are always thinking about what's next and how we can deliver. That's why we're looking to other areas of the body. Injuries happen every single day, and even if folks are not just worried about protecting their face and head, there really are real problems with injuries. So we'd like to solve that problem in a post-COVID world as well.
And what kind of culture do you want to build?
Oh, Rachel. I love that question. Culture is so important to me as a founder. We are interested in building a collaborative culture. We are the type of people who want to help each other win, and also help others win. If other people want to get into this space and prevent injuries from happening, then by all means, we are going to open source all of our technology so that we can all work together around this mission.
And who do you view as your primary competition?
Mm-hmm. Right now, it's the hard hat. We know that it can be better, though.
Amazing. We all know it can be better. Thank you
Those are all my questions, Alex.
No, I think we're good.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Hit those applause emojis for Danielle. What an amazing job she did there. And then don't stop hitting those applause emojis, because it's time for us to bring Jim. Jim Origins. I am not sure what that is all about, but I am super interested to find out. So let's bring Jim up, and Jim will let us know exactly what his name means. I mean, you think it's a pretty normal name. You think it's a regular name, but hey, you never know. Jim, what does it mean to have fictitious origins to your name?
Well, Jason, it's been a challenge my whole life. Being called jamais bien from birth has been difficult. It simply rolled in from jamais to ultimately just become Jimmy. And I've been called Jimmy since many moons ago, so to speak. So it's been tough and a little emotional, I might add, Jason.
Yeah, I can see it's really had an impact on you. I'm really excited to load up your deck here. Are you ready to give it a shot and impress the judges tonight?
Jason, just before you pull up the deck, could I ask to say just a word or two?
Of course.
I first want to thank Rachel for this opportunity and let her know she's no longer on my holiday card list. That's for darn sure, because of putting me here. And also, this is a call out. I want folks to know at Ivy and at Queens, remember your allegiances. I teach at Queens, and I'm an alumni of Ivy. Don't forget that, folks out there.
All right, Jim, this is going to start eating into your time, all right? Here you go.
Well, you know what? It's been 10 years, many lifetimes, and I'm really excited to share with you one ring. And the problem that arose, and we've been working on this for, as I shared, more than a decade, is the annoyance factor with telephones that would continue to ring ad nauseum and not ever be able to control the number of rings. And people shared with us that having to actually hang up the phone was a problem. They wanted to do a single ring. If it didn't connect, then that was it. Immediately went to voicemail. And so we've developed a solution to this extremely annoying problem, but not only annoying, it is an absolute sinkhole if you think about it in terms of employee productivity. How many times does a salesperson wait for the 10th ring? Never, ever for it to be answered. And so we've developed this one ring solution that we're really excited to share with you today. So let's jump to the next slide, because I think it's time to talk about this. And what you see here is a screenshot of an initial prototype. Obviously, from the look of it, it's been worked on considerably. This was prototype 1.0. And Gordon Ramsay, many of you know, who's made a career in the food industry. What you don't know, he's also a hardware engineer. And he brought his understanding of food technology and his hardware background together. And he's been working with us for years, iterating this, even before he was a well-known foodie. He spent time with us. And this is just an example of the early prototypes that were put in place to address this productivity problem. And as you can see here, it really is about iteration. It's about not getting too caught up in what's inside you and letting it flow through you, moving through iterations, 10 years, 15 different versions. We finally found the one that we believe fully addressed the challenges of productivity in the corporate world and the annoyance factor in that consumer world. And we're pretty excited about that. I mean, clearly this technology is patented. We've had initial conversations with Ericsson, among many who wanted to acquire it, but it's so protected that we see no issues with being able to aggressively attack the marketplace and take on the leading telecom hardware manufacturers, as well as engaging partnerships with some of the leading telco companies. These are exciting times. Why me? 10 years. Why me? Gordon Ramsay and I have been working at it. This is the time. This is the opportunity. My final point. And Edith missed Microsoft in the 80s. Uncle Ernie missed Amazon. Ernie or an Edith, make sure you invest in One Ring.
Holy cow. We were just waiting for that last ring. Unbelievable. Very incredible. We can see the passion of an entrepreneur really shining through, someone who's really poured their blood, their sweat, their tears into this. Just an incredible showing of true passion. And now we've got Jim up here. He's going to be answering some questions from our judges. So let's bring them up to really explore what's happening here.
So I can kick us off. I get the problem. I get the solution. I guess I just have one main question, which is this a lifestyle business or is this a venture backable business? Can you speak to that?
Oh, absolutely venture backed, Rachel. We're going to embed this technology in all the leading manufacturers' phones. There's a considerable royalty play here that starts off already. We've been doing this 10 years. We already have 50 million in annual royalty revenue. It's about getting the resources to allow us to go global and turn this in to what I'm starting to call a duocorn. Forget these unicorns. I'm doing duocorns now.
It's my only
What's the raise?
Sorry, Alex.
How much are you raising?
We're looking to raise $551 million. Why 551? Because I'm 51 years old and I wanted 500 million, so I added those two numbers.
And more importantly, how did you get the picture from my house of the toilet?
Well, I got to tell you right now, competitive intelligence is the reason we'll survive, staying one step ahead of folks. And clearly, being one step ahead of you is evidence that we know what we're doing.
I was pretty sure I saw Jim lurking around Alex's bathroom. Obviously,
and I guess are we getting cut off? If we still have time, what's your burn rate?
Right now, we have 36 staff. They're very expensive. We're burning at about $722,000 every month.
Amazing, Jim. Congratulations. What a great job. Wow, what an amazing start to tonight's show. But I think it's time that we take a quick break and just get to know each other for a few minutes. So in just a moment, we are going to meet two new people one-on-one for 4 minutes each. Here's how it's going to work. I will disappear and you will be magically transported to a page that says, "Get ready to network." You're going to click that button. And if you haven't already, approve access to your camera and microphone. And the system is going to match you automatically with another very serious investor or maybe entrepreneur who's here tonight, pitching one of the great decks that you've seen. And we're just going to ask you to be curious, be kind, open your wallets to tonight's entrepreneurs, and share what you have to offer with the TechTO community. We are all here to win together. So let's explore how we can support one another now. We're going to meet two people, 4 minutes each. Are you ready? Set. Let's go. Wallet for our finalists. It's Patrick. Come on up, Patrick. Patrick and I connected in networking today. Patrick, what's the startup that you can't get enough of right now?
I just can't get enough of Danielle's startup. It's just so on point with the growth and the next work trends. I mean, all in.
And you were telling me you can't get allocation in Hard Hatter right now. Is that right? What have you been doing to try to get a check into this round?
I've given her a blank check. I'm not sure if she got it, but I'll give her 2 blank checks. What would they say it? A duocorn? That's right.
You're giving her a blank duocorn. Patrick, it was awesome hanging out. The duocorn shout out again. It was awesome hanging out networking. Thank you so much for hanging with us. And of course, stick around to the end where you'll be able to cast your vote, whether it's for Hard Hatter or 4 amazing finalists still coming up now. I also have to say a shout out to Ryan, who I met in networking, who wasn't sure if the networking component you were supposed to be in character. And so he just wants to apologize to Jim. I think there was a few misunderstandings as Jim was out of character, but Ryan really grilled him hard on the startup. And I think the answers were unsatisfactory. Okay. All right, let us move right along. If you enjoyed meeting new people, by the way, you should stick around to the end of the night because we're going to reopen networking and we're going to keep it open late so you can debrief the latest and greatest startups and more until the wee hours of the evening. And if we didn't get a chance to meet yet, I will be there soon. I hope to meet you then. Back to the show, kicking off our final 4 pitches. Rayhan is up. And Rayhan, I heard that congratulations are in order because I think you have just launched a new company. Is that right? A brand new company. I know this is a real company, right?
Yes, it is. And not exactly a fun fact, just a fact. But honestly, it's a sideshow compared to what I'm about to present to you and the rest of the people here today.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say, because after this, I'm pretty sure you're going to be shutting down whatever that was and focusing on this. So we're going to load up your deck. Very good luck pitching in front of our esteemed panel of judges tonight.
Thank you. And please don't tell my accelerator what I said about my business. Hi, we are Misfit Pants. Better pants for all your shorts wearing needs. The problem. In the last 12 months, data has shown that entertainment is down, that movie theaters are down, travel is down. And the fact is that people are embarrassed of how they're dressing themselves and how they're dressing their pets. That's why everyone's staying indoors. There's no other possible explanation for it. And when we put our thinking caps on, I've spent 60 years in the clothing industry, and I've realized that the clothes that exist today, they're just not edgy enough. They're just not out there enough. They're just not capturing the misfit mentality that really defines my generation and the generations to come after us. And that's why the solution is, you guessed it, blockchain. And just hear me out here. All right. Do you need blockchain? No, not in most situations, but you do in this case. And a lot of people don't think that. The big fashion companies out there, the H&Ms, the Hollisters, the American Eagles, they are not tracking their entire process from end to end, at least not in a verifiable way, as you can do with the blockchain, as Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and the rise of different cryptocurrencies have shown us the potential of this type of technology. What we can do is track trends early before we can capture trends as they're happening and actually make sure that we are embedding those trends into our process from manufacturing onwards to delivering the process through retail or online e-commerce. Now, right here you can see a prototype of our Misfit Pants. And I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. I'm just going to put a voice to the thoughts that are going on in the 155 minds that are here looking at this presentation. What a fashion statement. All right. What a way to just put yourself out there. Oh my goodness. I hope anyone who wears these are single, because it is quite an aphrodisiac, and we've discovered from our studies. But what's really interesting is actually what's happening under the hood, is actually what's happening within the pants. And oh my goodness, what's happening within the pants. So it turns out that proteins secreted from your pants and also your walking gait, those proteins secreted from your sweat glands in your legs and also your walking gait, they're highly correlated with the kind of fashion trends that you're interested in. And a lot of people aren't aware of this. This is the data that has been shown to us. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a lead investor on this, on Misfit Pants. And a lot of people ask us, how did you get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson involved in this? And I think the better question is, how could he not be involved? I mean, this guy, he is an icon. He is the highest paid B-list actor, I believe, now an A-list actor. And he says that being a true badass has no weight or gender requirements, just 100% commitment to greatness. So what I was saying on the previous slide, the data that we're gathering from your walking gait, from the proteins secreted from your sweat, we are using that, embedding that in our blockchain technology and manufacturing pants that suit your needs, are edgy, and can help you leave the house during this pandemic, because we know that you're super embarrassed of how you're dressed.
And Rehan, I've heard in the chat that you're wearing these pants right now. So I'm excited for you to come back up and show us the live prototype. I'm very pumped for that. In the meantime, let's bring up our judges. Our judges, of course, the esteemed investors, Alex and Rachel. I'm very excited for your feedback here. I know, Alex, you love B2C. I know you love D2C. I know you love DTF. I know you love B&Bs. So I'm very curious to see your take here.
I'm worried I'm actually conflicted in this investment.
What's your conflict?
I think I've got no. I think one of my friends is investing in a very similar company. We'll wait to ask the piercing questions. Rachel, are you an investor right now?
So I'm not, but I've been following the trajectory for the last six or so months, and the traction's been really impressive. You've got to give it to Rehan. Everything from his use of blockchain to his IP strategy. I'm pretty compelled. How about you? Are you thinking about it? Like, if you didn't have the conflict, he's not here. What do you think?
No, see, I invest in Doll's Kill. You should look that up. It goes with my thesis for DTC clothes. If it makes me uncomfortable to see my kids wear it, it's a good investment because they'll like it. So I definitely feel uncomfortable with my son wearing those pants, or that shirt actually. The shirt's probably more. So first question I have for you is: Dwayne an investor and a customer, or just an investor?
So, we started to reach out to Dwayne just as a customer, just as an influencer, a way to organically promote this product. Because honestly, Alex, what's the first thing that you do when you buy a pair of pants? You tell your friends about it. Exactly. Organic growth, it's just embedded into this type of product. So that's what we thought would be perfect by getting Dwayne on board. But as soon as we showed him Misfit Pants, he said, I need to deploy some capital against this. And our cap table, it's pretty clean right now. This is totally funded on the life insurance of my grandmother. So we were happy to bring Dwayne on board. And we're happy to bring on other investors as well who might be interested in this pitch.
And do you see this as an IoT play, or is this a pure, what's a breakthrough that lets you create these now?
Yeah, so I think that this is all doable with existing technology. Blockchain, of course, sounds like something that's very innovative, very out there, but truth is that this technology exists today. In the machine learning AI algorithms that we're embedding into actually designing the clothes for you, after assessing your walking gait, after assessing the sweat that is secreted through your legs as you walk, that kind of stuff is connected through IoT in the Misfit Pants to your phone. And that is what goes to our servers, where we run our algorithm and connect you to the manufacturing cycle to get you the pants that are right for you.
Okay, so I just have one more question before I turn over to Rachel.
Of course.
Are you worried about D&I, people coming after you? Because you're talking about how to need to know the walking gait, and not everyone has the ability to have a walking gait. So how are you going to handle that potential controversy?
That is a fantastic question. Rachel, do you have some questions as well?
My main question is more on your expansion strategy. While you were off, I've been following your trajectory. I'm bought in. I get it. I'm just trying to understand, is this a vertical play or a horizontal play?
Well, I think that this can go in either direction. I think that the first place that we'd like to expand to, though, is other types of clothing. There are a lot of correlating factors in how you swing your arms to what kind of shirts are right for you, the way you turn your head to what kind of hats are right for you. There's a lot of data embedded in how you walk, how your posture, your entire vibe is what the kids are calling it these days, to what kind of clothes match you best. So we think that moving into other forms of clothing, along with the pants, which we're starting as our core, we think that that's a very logical next step.
A fantastic work, everybody. Thank you, Rehan, for the illuminating funding information. Now we have a lot of people out there who are, of course, looking to their grandmother's life insurance to fund their businesses. That is the new alternative source of financing. All right, next up, we are going to be welcoming Stephen to the stage. And Stephen, of course, has lived all over the world. If you don't know Stephen, of course, his favorite karaoke song, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Stephen, I got to ask, of all the places you lived, what has been your favorite place so far?
My favorite place so far has got to be Canada, Niagara Falls. I'm close to Toronto. I'm close to TechTO, Entrepreneur First. You guys are in an hour drive from me, and I'm just lucky to be here, surrounded by you fine folks tonight.
I love that. Well, I hope you don't go over the falls in a barrel on this presentation. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I am ready.
All right. He's getting loose. Let's get up that deck.
Hello. Everybody did great tonight, by the way. I'm so impressed. You guys were professionals. I'm not. I'm just a regular guy. There was a picture of me holding a fish. I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't have a headshot, but I'm getting me. Okay. And you're going to get me too. I'm a normal guy, and my solution to this pandemic and what we're experiencing is, because of COVID, we're like rabbits in two separate cages. We are all home. We're not experiencing life like we once were. And when these rabbits get together, you know how the saying goes. Getting me is a contraceptive product. And why get someone else when you can get yourself? From the great words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love someone else? Can I get an amen? If you want to go out there after this lockdown and go to a bar, the risk of getting pregnant is crazy, because you are going to be on full cylinders, full go, and we need to find a solution to this problem. And that's where Getting Me comes in. Not only is it a contraceptive, but it is almost like a dating app, because you're not getting someone else. You're getting yourself. You're getting you. You are going to be dating yourself with this product, and you're going to be enjoying the benefits of not having a baby. Is this really what you like? This is great. I mean, having kids is wonderful, but having a life, having kids is one of the greatest things that you can do. It's magical, just like this magical creation that this kid is holding in his hand. You know, it's amazing. Having a kid is wonderful, but guess what? When I come home from work, I don't want to watch Dora the Explorer. Okay? I want to watch the hockey game with my boys. I want to hang out. And that's what all these individuals are going to want to do after the pandemic ends. And if we're out here looking at society the way it is today, locked down, and we're looking at our children when we get home from work, it's great, it's beautiful, but not all of us want kids. And we need to find a solution to that problem. Okay? So as far as money goes, we're looking at 10 million transactions and a 10% fee with $130 average spending. The spending is over a month. I mean, this is what pays for the software that's like good morning, beautiful texts that you don't get usually, right? Like if you're single, you're not getting those good morning, beautiful texts. If you're on Getting Me, you are getting, hey, sweetie, how was your day, from the software program. You're getting someone to cuddle with. You're getting someone to spend time with. You're getting me. Who needs anyone else? Get yourself. Now, look at this individual, Fat Bastard. Now, Fat Bastard, he obviously has high levels of cholesterol. Now, cholesterol is a sex hormone, and it can lead to an increase in testosterone if your levels are through the roof. This is me right now, Fat Bastard. I've been at home, and I am dying to go out. I'm dying to go party. I'm dying to go meet girls, have fun, be adventurous. What happens to the population? The population is going to explode. And if this population explodes, I think it's up to all of us to take consideration of the effects it's going to have on the environment, on society. We have to seriously consider that Getting Me is not only a dating app for yourself, but it's a dating app that's going to save the future of our generations.
Amen. Very well said. Holy smokes. That is exactly where I saw this pitch going. Can I get another amen in the chat, please? I need an amen. That was magnificent. I completely agree. So, Stephen, congratulations on the fantastic pitch. Of course, bring up the holders of the purse strings to analyze this a little further. Alex, Rachel?
So I can kick us off. I don't really get it. So I'm going to throw that out there. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the problem, the value prop. And maybe the way you can help me get there is, can you help me quantify the pain for your direct customer?
Yes. So my customers are experiencing pain because when they get out into the real world and they experience what the real world has to offer, and we're all so disconnected from society right now. We're all in our bedrooms. We're all at home alone. We don't know what the real world offers. When we get back out there, there's going to be a raise in testosterone levels, and people's instincts are going to take over, and they're going to want to reproduce, and it's going to become an issue for society. The problem is that with these numbers at 8 billion, our population is at 8 billion. We have to seriously consider that this might lead to environmental effects. And I'm going to take this moment to tell other contestants, their family members, you guys should seriously consider voting for me and not your family. And here's why. They have great products, but my product, it's going to change the landscape of the future. It's going to change. It's going to be a revolution in society. It's going to save lives. And do you want to vote for someone for a $5,000 trip, or do you want to save lives? That's the question here.
So why are you the person to do this?
Pardon?
Why you? Why are you the person to do this?
Because I'm an everyday person. I'm an everyday person that's looking at society the way it is. And I know that we're going to be coming into struggles in the future, and we need a solution. And I know this product works because it works for me. Okay. I've been utilizing this product, and I don't have any kids. I can tell you that for free. We have individuals that are A-list celebrities that are utilizing this product. People that are using the misfit pants are not getting in relationships. They're staying with themselves. And that's an aphrodisiac. These A-list celebrities are utilizing this product, and they're finding that it's working extremely efficiently. I mean, RuPaul, for example, he has been using this product, and he hasn't gotten one girl pregnant.
That's all we need to know about that. Trusted by RuPaul not to get any girls pregnant. Yep, that's the tagline. You heard it here. Oh my goodness. This is a classy institution, folks, where we only do the most serious pitches. So now we are on to our very final pitch of the night. Lucky number 7. We have Jesse, who's recently added Dog Dad to his resume. Of course, you might know him as your favorite singer of Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. Can we get a bar here, Jesse?
Well, I suppose I'll have to do that when I win, just because I want to hype this up. We best for last. If I win, I'll have to sing. So here you go.
Best for last. Okay, and Jesse, do you want to tell us about this new family member, this new Dog Dad moniker that
little
you're
puppy? Yeah, 3 months old, little Doberman. And
I think the chat knows that a dog appearance could make or break the difference here in a tight race for the finals.
I suppose she's oversleeping, but maybe during judging questions, I'll have Dog answer these questions for me.
We're loading up your
she is my co-founder, after all. Let's do this.
Go get him.
Imagine a world where you can see at every level of the universe, from the furthest reaches of the galaxy and all the way back into the small cysticness of the pieces in your body. That level of scale is what our minds need to comprehend the universe. I'm Jesse, and I represent Zoom Cystic. Now, the problem with humans is our 5 senses lack true depth across vision, touch, feel. Zoom Cystic is bringing the solution to the problem of that lack of perspective. Now, when we can't see everything all the way to the stars, we truly can't connect with ourselves and our souls, because we are much more than our bodies. the physical resemblance of how we portray ourselves every day is just what we can see with what our body allows us to feel and touch and sense and taste. But that is over. And I'm going to tell you why we solve this problem and how it will change your life. Now, archaeologists have been the ones trusted to tell us the history of the world. Perspective. You know, everything we read is based on what someone else has written. And 78% of those people that have done that writing and digging deep have made this graph. And it's not only an X and Y axis, but it's the Z axis. We've always tried to see more perspective. And now that we can see all the way to the stars and into the cysticness of the tiny bits of our bodies and ground around us, things started to happen in our minds. And all of the things like the Big Bang, or why my facial hair grows faster than my friend Daniel's. Why? But when Zoom Cystic became a business and we founded our product and we started using it, these answers became clear. And it was so ridiculously simple that it was able to be put into an orb the size of it's half the size of a basketball, double the size of a lacrosse ball. We needed to make it Canadian because we're, of course, a very proud Canadian company. So myself and my co-founder have essentially been able to capture the cystic vibration of the actual hormone balance. So your hormones in your brain hear a frequency, and it unlocks the potential of your soul to actually go into your mind. And now I literally hold Zoom Cystic in my hand, and I can follow a comet through space, and I can be there with it and take it right back into my physical body. Now, I've hired Alex Norman, who's been my investor since he met me back when I was 2 or 3 years old when I founded Facebook. And he helped me patent this right away. He held it in his hands. He says, Jesse, I see the future. And somehow he was able to patent it for me right away. He seems to be smart. He has a sticker with his name on it and also his company. I still don't know how to get swag because I just get swag from other tech companies. This is the nicest shirt I own. But again, this algo inside of Zoom Cystic is ready to go to market. We have billions of users. And again, every user in the world can use this. It's human touch. Just you hold it and it gives you the sense of this. And we're ready to take on the market and change everyone's life and really unlock what souls can do. You know, not all heroes wear capes. All they do is wear Zoom Cystic. And we're here to bring it to life.
Unbelievable, Jesse. Yeah, that's right. Not all heroes wear capes, but they definitely do wear Zoom Cystic. Really lucky that we have the founder of Facebook, Jesse, of course, here. There's been a few calls about the conflict of interest, Alex, given your involvement here. Can you speak a little bit about how you're going to manage being an impartial judge while you are featured in the slide deck?
Well, I know the reality now, so I can judge him on how he can execute. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, I'm going to bring my co-founder in too. Oh.
There's the brains of the operation.
That's right. Actually, Zoom Cystic is the dog, actually.
I actually like to double click on the co-founder relationship. So I work for Entrepreneur First. We're all about finding amazing people and helping them find their co-founder. And really it's about finding complementary skills, different backgrounds. And so can you speak, Jesse, to your co-founder dynamic?
So I'm definitely not a technical co-founder. And I thought, again, this is a tech event, but Zoom Cystic is much more than technology. It's actually spiritual. And when I met my co-founder here on Kijiji, and I talked to the breeder, and then I met the dog, it was an instant connection. So it was one of the things where you just had to trust your heart. A lot of people think and say, hey, Jesse, you're a thinker, you're a doer. But in fact, I'm a feeler. And the connection with my co-founder was very much of that emotional connection that really made it clear that this was the right partner for me.
So quick question. You got that copyright trademark infringement notice from Zoom. Why didn't you change the name yet?
Well, they changed their name to Calendar Hero. So I think it was kind of like a balance out. And, I really tried to backpack off the Zoom US market growth because Zoom US is really good at connecting people virtually. And I like the connection of people. I'm a very human-oriented guy. So, we've just got to connect and zoom in, zoom right in on the feeling. It's hard to explain, but when you have that connection with your soul, that's just how it feels. The name just came to me.
Can you talk a bit more about your unit economics?
Well, the thing is, it's a very interesting product where, abundance is the fact that when people realize it's not a product that needs to be, a cost-driven analysis. It's not going to cost me $100 a month, which then I mark it up 20%. we have abundance of the ability to connect to our spiritual engine. And to be able to capture it in the orb, it's actually just a manifestation. It allows people to put in it what they need to get that connection and spirituality. So we're actually not here to raise money. We're here to raise awareness and bring people on, because this is more than money. Money is just the representation of how to make this happen, but we already have the formula.
Yep. He doesn't need your money. He just needs your awareness, which will turn into money, which will turn into votes, which could turn into 2 round-trip tickets to anywhere in the world. But late breaking news. I said that was lucky number 7. But sometimes when there's a will, there's a way. When you want to be on the stage, when you've got the feeling and the company that you need to pitch, you run down to Sand Hill Road, you throw open any door, you rush in, and you just grab any laptop, log in, download your presentation from Dropbox, put it on the nearest projector, and pitch to anyone who's around. And that's what we're going to do right now, because we have a late entry. We've got Jay here. Jay is going to be joining us. He's been Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, singing all the way through traffic. I got to ask, Jay, I've heard that you have multiple accents. How does that happen?
It's true. It actually happened by, I guess, learning by watching a lot of films, as well as if you have an interest in British music and British rap, it kind of just fell on me automatically.
Amazing. So thanks for joining us late. We're going to load up your deck, and you're going to be our last contestant of the evening. Good luck.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is JJ Apollon, and I am the co-founder and CEO of ChopBlock. As you know, it all started back when I was in high school, actually. I was kind of like you guys, hopping on a Thursday night to come see what TechTO is all about. Maybe I wanted to solve a new business problem, or I wanted to figure out what I needed to do to chase my passions in life. And it all happened when I was sitting in my classroom in physics class, and I realized that I wanted to make a difference in the world that we live in today. And that's why I started ChopBlock. I felt like I never really fit into a certain constraint. And I felt like I never really wanted to follow rules. All my life, I don't know if you can see me or not, all my life, I've just been trying to do things differently. And ChopBlock is just an example of that. From me sitting right here in this car right now to having this connection to you guys being able to hear this actual pitch is all just testament to how much drive and hustle I have in order to get things done. And ChopBlock has been one of those things that I've been working on for the past 5 years, and I've been seeing incredible results with, in terms of the product, in terms of our team, and in terms of the lives that we've actually been able to touch with ChopBlock. And I also like to tell you guys more in more specificity is that babies are crying all the time. But at the same time, the biggest pain point that we found is that a lot of people still can't find that meaning in their life. But what you really need to do is karate chop that. And you need to split that in half. And you really need to get to the bottom of what we're using, which is machine learning. I've spoken to the founders of PayPal. I've spoken to the founders of Stripe, Scale AI. Emailed me. He's like, "Hey Jay, I need to
All right. As sometimes happens when somebody comes in a little late, a little excited.
Not about the technology, what I'm trying to do. That's what I've been doing with ChopBlock. We've interviewed over 55 different customers from 45 companies, and they've all been on our favorite.
All right. That was fun, wasn't it? Holy cow. Okay. That was nice. We are, that was our, What an evening, folks. That was incredible. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. It is just total madness. But the Jay's McDonald's internet is not cooperating. But I think we're in good shape now. All right. Wow. What an evening, folks. That was pretty incredible. And we are getting now close to the end. We've laughed. We've cried. We had to kick Jay off stage because of his internet connection. He was doing great. We've loved. Yes. We've felt. We've really connected. And now is the time that you get to vote. Here's what you are going to do. You are going to head over to menti.com. All right. And you're going to enter the code 3476672. You can pull it up on your phone. You can open a new browser tab, whatever it is. Here's the thing. You got 3 minutes to get there. That's it. We've actually put it now in the chat. There it is. Vote at menti.com/exaguguva. You heard me. Menti.com 341766672. And while you do that, we have 3 minutes to go get your votes in. I'd like to hear some final thoughts from our judges. Rachel?
Yeah, I'll just kick off. I'm blown away by the Canadian talent. The talent that we have in our ecosystem is just second to none. And I think there's two things that really stood out to me across the group. One is the level of ambition, the dollars that were being asked for, raising $1 million, raising $1 billion. There was no limit to the ambition in the room, which I thought was fantastic. And then I think the second thing was just the ultimate creativity with landing and expanding across a variety of markets. So overall, blown away by the pitches. I think there's some pretty exceptional ones, and I'm excited to get my checkbook out.
Fantastic. And you have your checkbook right there, right? Can you show it to us?
I'm writing my check. It's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. Alex, we'd love to hear your final thoughts.
Well, I was thinking back to our quick takes today, and we talked about a Waterloo-based company called Degero that helps people get connected with their network right to the end for like Super Bowl. I'm now wondering why we didn't hire him to make sure all our contestants would have clear reception today. Can you tell me, Jason?
That's a great point. Obviously, the reason, Alex, is because they're merely $1 billion company, and we are out here creating duocorns, triocorns, quatricorns, tetracorns, decacorns, and more. All right. So this is not a time to think small, Alex. I need you to think really big. And if you are listening to me right now and you haven't voted yet, you need to head over to menti.com and you need to vote using the code 341766672. While that happens, of course, we will be taking some comments and some questions from the audience. We have a question here. The difference between a quadricorn and a tetracorn. Rachel, can you handle this one for us?
Yeah, it's actually quite driven by quantum. So if you think about the binary natures of the way we look at data, and you kind of extrapolate that back to the definition, that's kind of what it's based on.
That's exactly right. It's frankly embarrassing that at this level of engagement that we have with our audience, we have to explain the difference that obviously tetra and quadricorn is driven by quantum mechanics. Of course, everyone knows the famous unicorn experiment. You have a unicorn in a box, and of course, you don't know if it's alive or dead until you open it. Could be a tetracorn, could be a quadricorn. And frankly, I'm disappointed that we had to explain that. Okay, we only have 30 seconds left to get your votes in. If you don't have your vote in, you've got to do it now. Let's get that vote music in. Fantastic.
You participate in one vote. This is the one you have to do it. You don't care about the federal elections. That's far away. We're stuck we're stuck with our premier in this province. You've got Biden down the states. This is the only vote that matters.
This is it. And so you've got your 8 contestants, your 8 finalists here. Who's it going to be? Jennifer with Boom Shakalaka, Peter, who pitched his nugs, Danielle, who had the hard hatter, Jim with the one ring, Rayhan with the short pants. Were a little too revealing for me. Steven, who was getting himself maybe a little bit too intimate. Jesse with Zoom Cystic. Or, of course, at the very end, the last late entry, Jay with whatever he was pitching from the McDonald's parking lot. My goodness, some incredible memories. Some fun was had by all. But here it is. The time we've all been waiting for. We're dripping sweat. Who is it going to be? Let us unveil tonight's grand prize winner. It is, oh my goodness, with a commanding 34% of the vote. Congratulations to Stephen Reese. He is getting his tonight. A huge round of applause, everybody. Congratulations, Stephen. That is absolutely incredible. How does it feel?
Thanks, guys. It's great. I mean, it's a good product that's going to hopefully change lives one day. And I'm just glad that the audience agreed.
Yeah, and the question is, Rachel, were there some final terms that you wanted to negotiate on Stephen's deal here?
Yeah, I'd like to put some milestones in place, but I think that I would definitely like to participate in your upcoming round. It's really exciting, and I think the audience has spoken, and I definitely take that as a strong cue.
I'm so grateful.
And Alex, pro rata rights, is that going to be a deal breaker for you?
Super pro rata rights.
That's
and I was just thinking, advice for the next time we do this: if you want to win, build an app that can play on the Menti system, give you as many votes as possible.
Wow, unbelievable. So, Stephen, this is pretty exciting. You've won, of course, the grand prize of 2 around-the-world flights from our friends at Entrepreneur First. I got to know, do you have a plan of where you want to go?
I'm thinking, although I don't even know. I'm at a loss of words right now. I'm thinking me and my girlfriend are going to go travel. We're going to go somewhere, probably Australia. Sorry, I got cut out.
Yeah, that you and your girlfriend are going to go where?
I don't know yet. Maybe Japan. We've been talking about it. I'm going to go see the world.
Yeah, Japan. I love it. Well, look, congratulations, Stephen. Obviously, we'll be looking to you to take some pictures from the trip, share them back with the TechTO community. And of course, we can't wait for that first prototype of Getting Me, and we'll watch it travel the world together with you. Fantastic work. Thank you to all of our contestants. Let's show them some more emoji love. Hit those ones there at the side. Give them the thumbs up. Give them the applause. Give him that blue heart. Unbelievable work. If you enjoyed tonight's event, we have so many more opportunities for you to come back and join us to learn and grow together. Alex and I are going live on next Thursday, to discuss the latest in Canadian tech news and what founders, entrepreneurs, and very savvy investors like yourself need to know. I'm excited for that. We can actually show a little bit of that here. Here we go. It's happening on Thursday, May 6th at noon. We would love for you to come. And then on May 17th, it's TechTO together. Wow, it's going to be super fun. This is going to be a special Prairies edition. We're going to be joined by Michelle Romano, originally from Regina, better known as the co-founder of ClearCo and as a dragon on Dragon's Den. And we'll also be joined by Jordan Bosch, the co-founder and CEO of 7 Shifts out in Saskatoon, to talk about their journeys scaling their companies. If you know an awesome Prairie startup that the TechTO community needs to know about, please drop it in the chat now, share it with us on social media, or ping me on TechTO Insiders Slack. Now, let's go hang out with each other, some more one-on-one networking. We'll get to meet some of the contestants, meet the judges, meet each other. We're going to leave it open late, so stay and connect as long as you'd like. Thank you all for joining us tonight. You ready for networking? Get set. Here we go.